Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends where you are watching from at this moment of the day. Really, it's all about the governor of Cross River State. Actually, I so much like the way of this particular man. Sometimes when we say let us vote the fresh bloods, men that are so healthy, educated, strong, and healthy. Some of us think, everything is all about money. I know why I'm bringing Wike here also, his picture, but it's not the main talk on this particular video. But I'm bringing him because he's still in the same category of our agile, fearless, and intelligent governors. Fearless ones indeed, but I'm not going to talk about him today. I'm going to talk about this Cross River State governor. Yes, this is a man, when you are looking at him here, you see that he's still a young man, full of life, with fresh and hot blood, an intellectual expert, erudite scholar, someone that is highly educated, and who says it's not worth doing electing people of this age and of this intellectual status. Okay, I was watching so many of I've watched so many of his interviews, and I see passion in this man to alleviate the problem and suffering of his people to the level that all of them can carry. One of the things this man did recently was to look at some categories of businessmen and women in his states and give that executive order for them to be tax-free from whatever business they do. Even set up a committee that was made up of clergy, Christians, to man that particular agency, so that there will be no compromise. That is this man. This is a man that during this COVID-19, he somehow acted like Wike on the area of making sure that nobody from the interstate entered their own state. Even he acted more than Wike on the area that at night he will just move there with other security personnel to watch the borders, making sure that people do not enter through the effort of the agencies collecting bribe from them and allowing them in. Because while he was there is no how you will bribe the security agencies and they allow you into the state. This man was going there himself at night, sleeping there with other security personnel, watching there to make sure that his own state is secured, is free from this COVID-19. And you can bear us witness that no case had been recorded in his state. The NCDC came the other day, do their various testing. At the end of the day, they found nothing. Though people are criticizing that they did not test much. And he defended it. How would he bring out people that has no symptom and ask them to test them or ask them to be tested? This is never done. This man sat the interviewer, the press that was interviewing him, the pressmen, he in fact tutored them that day. He tutored them on what this COVID-19 is all about and how to take care of it. And it was that day I know that he's either a professor in science or something like that. That is what it takes for you to put somebody that is capable in a particular position as great as this of governorship and the presidency. If we have something like like this young man as a president, what do you think our country will be? I think our country will be the best in Africa. This is the kind of men we need. This is the kind of business we need. These are the kind of human beings we need to lead this particular country, to rule this particular country. This is a leader, not even, a ruler, not even he's not just governing, he's just leading his people to the promised land. I saw this man shedding tears because he was able to see a thatch house in his community, in his state. He was like, at the end of his 5 years, people still live in a thatch house. That means he's not even done nothing. That the zeal he came to the government with, he thought by now everybody would have been, alleviated from the level of the suffering they were to the, comfortable state of life. This man wept. I am telling you, he wept. It wasn't a pretense. It wasn't a comedy. He really wept. This is the kind of human being I think we need in government. Not only that this man is educated, not only that he is young, but he has the human feeling. He has the passion to deliver. He has his people at heart. He's not selfish, rather he is selfless. That is what we are talking about. Then my question is this. There are other young governors. Why is it that states like Imo State has been unlucky to get such wonderful governors after Mbakwe State? We can say the immediate past did not last. We would have known where they would have landed. But why after Mbakwe, Imo State had not even been lucky when it comes to governor of a state? This is a very wonderful question Imolites should ask themselves, and forward this video to whoever that is an Imolite to hear this and ask themselves question: why have you people not been happy with your governors? Because you have not been lucky when it comes to governor of your state. This is for the Imolites. No old man had been, governing that particular state. Ranging from let's count the 3 administration back now. There have been young men with, even though they are not educated to the level of this man, but they are as young as this man, and at least they have a first degree, which is very sound level of education. Then what stopped them from having the same zeal and passion this man has for his people? Why can't they work like the only thing you hear in that state called Imo State is a probe, and probe. Counter information, and counter information. That's it. Fighting and, antagonizing each other, the opponent and the ruling. What is the problem with that state called Imo State? This question is for you. And I am appealing to the citizens of Imo State not to look at party at this moment, of time comes 2024, make sure you, though party influences, but sometimes somebody, irrespective of party, can still have in mind to, take care of the states. So let us pray, like, to get people like this young man, the Cross River State governor. Let's pray to have such man in all the states in Nigeria, more especially the southeast. So the Imolites should pray and be watchful and careful, prayerful to choose people like the, irrespective of what they have as wealth or not. Then we come over to Abia State. Abia State is another unlucky state when it comes to governorship. I don't know. I'm not like we do hear for about Mbakwe in Imo State. I've never heard of anyone in Abia State. So the Ungwa people have been crying that that was because people from Ungwa have not governed that state. But now for 4 or 5 years, Ungwa man is there. The same unlucky, states they have found themselves when it comes to governorship. It's still what it is today. Aba is still worse than it used to be. Yet an Ungwa man is there. So Abia State citizens and indigents, we're asking you, whom did you offend? Who did you and Imo State indigents offend that you can be blessed with a good governor, a good governor like this of Cross River State? Who have you offended? Can you people go on your knees and pray and ask God for forgiveness of sins, so that God can bring someone who is selfless, not selfish, who has Christian mind, not devilish mind, who can have this kind of passion this young man has. Go to Cross River State, you see what this guy is doing. Very wonderful. Everybody's praising him. Nobody's talking ill of this man. How would you walk and people will be talking ill of you? How would you walk and people will be calling you names and you'll be giving order that whosoever you hear called you this name or this, you will arrest that person? If you are doing what people want, no matter what the situation and circumstance of which you come to government, people will overlook it. My people, I think this is high time we go on our knees and pray for Southeast so that we get good governance and also governors. If we get good governors, we will have good governance, and that will save us from the difficulties and the problems of infrastructural facilities we are experiencing in this Southeast. And our place will be the envy place for other people to come. And our people, our young men abroad and wherever they are, will come back home to invest. How would they invest in a state that the governors are not doing well? This is another problem. How would people come back to Igbo land and invest when the governors are not doing well? Look at what is happening, importation of all these guys from north that nobody knows what they are coming there for. They don't have buildings, no business there, and all the governors, nobody's talking. But this man, where will you come in from? Wike did not allow anybody to come in. He said, whatever will happen, let that thing happen. If the heaven will fall, let it fall. Nobody is coming to his own state. But other states are romancing them, compensating them when they're even destroying the things in their own land. Their people, they destroy their stores. We are not even compensated. They were not even compensated. Rather, they that destroyed other people's agricultural farms and produce were compensated. What is going on in Southeast? Southeast governors, what are your problems? Please, my people, let us start now preparing the Imolites prepared for 2024. Anybody that is not doing well, remove him and put somebody we think that can do it. And anybody that is doing well, let that person stay and let others go. The same thing in Abia State. This is time for you to clear your eyes so that you can get people that are fearless, like River State Governor and Cross River State Governor, River. Yes. I didn't talk of Anambra State because they have had good governors. And I had this one is trying too. Enugu have had, but they said their own is like listening to the Northerners. I don't know, but that's what they are saying. But he's still working. But what stops these people from coming together and fight one noble cause? That is stopping the importation of these young men that we have obviously see why they are trooping into the southeast. Dangote's trailer was, stopped the other day, and some ammunition were, found there. They were throwing it out. I saw it on video, and nobody have said nothing on that up to now, because that is not. If it's another place, problem. They may have summoned that person to come and tell them why actually his truck is importing people during this lockdown period. Where are those people going? Even those weapons found in this trailer, the person by now would have been in police net. But nobody's saying something because that's Dangote's truck, the richest man in Africa. Who will talk? And it's from the north. Who will talk? Please, my people, what is going on? Let us call evil, irrespective of where that evil is coming from. And this is time for everybody to go on his knees and pray for God to bring people like this young man, Wike, not only being young, but being fearless and having passion to save their people. So for you to actually understand what I'm saying or what I've just said about this young man on this video, I would love you to watch this particular video. I'm going to tag here. Listen to this young man and see what he is made up of. And we should pray we get such as our president comes to.
We implore you to know that your responsibility from today going forward is to put an end to illegal taxes on people. We have a tax law here that prescribes those who are exempted from tax. All those categories of people and those that from time to time may be so announced by the governor, including every single hotel that has less than 50 rooms in Calabar and in the whole state, today are exempted from payment of tax. We have exempted all Okada drivers, taxi drivers, airport taxi drivers. We have exempted small salon owners, small catering and restaurant points, mama put, eatery points, all those small basic survival people selling of produce, struggling to make a living. They have been exempted today from paying tax. We have exempted them because it is better for me as a governor that I rather task my brain than to tax my people. And great perseverance, you have the right for anybody who comes before you to demand tax. You have the right to say, stop, the governor have said we should not pay tax. Why will a small person carry banana from his farm to go and sell, and produce people are there taxing him for produce? Why would somebody carry granite to go to market and somebody is putting a checkpoint on the road and collecting money from the granite seller? This is not Ben Ayade. This is not my nature. I am not wired for this insensitivity to a weaker person. I have abolished produce tax. Let farmers earn their money. Let them keep their money. Because you didn't give them fertilizer, you did not irrigate the soil, you did not prepare the soil for them, you did not do the land clearing for them. Why do you want to tax them? Why do you put pressure on that your small brother or sister whose situation is much worse? Why will we expect that people who don't have scholarship for their children, who don't have good schools, they struggle to pay, struggle with the uniforms, struggle to have security in their small businesses, struggle to get water with their borehole, struggle with generator, and government is providing almost nothing to come back to such people and tax them. I think this is the greatest injustice. I never knew that 5 years into office as governor, I would still find somebody who could live in a thatch house in Crosswell. I almost cried because I knew how prepared I was, but it didn't end the way I had dreamt for the state. And I just think that somewhere God will just help me, because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't put 5 years and I've not been able to do the change I wished. I know of some small people whose businesses are closed because even after signing into law that they should stop collecting tax, I still find people giving political appointment for a completely different thing, and you see them go back to these same people and dragging them and seizing and closing their shops and taxing. If we have to pay tax, let me contact the anti-tax agency. They will give us a tax code whether we fall under the category of those to pay tax or not. So your vehicles, your public life, your telephone numbers will be in the public domain, because everybody must call you to clear whether they have to pay tax or not to pay tax. And so I pick only men of God and women of God to serve here. I charge you that by the time you are done, let your agency be a world-class example for other states and countries to emulate. If God sees into my heart, let him take every single wealth I have. If he can make every single Cross-Riverian rich, if he can take every single Cross-Riverian out of poverty, let Ben Ayade and the Ayades, let us be poor for Cross-Riverians to be comfortable. Let me see Calabar thrive again. And this is part of my post-COVID-19 response.